What's up, everyone? Hope you're doing well today. Get ready for another big new comic book day. Today I'm going to be covering the issues from January 13th, 2021. I'm going to be covering all the new releases, variant covers, and any sort of important info that you need to help you decide which issues you're picking up this week, so stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. AR Comics here, and today I'm going over all the upcoming releases this week for New Comic Book Day, January 13th, 2021. But before I get started on that, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content, and if you want to join a community dedicated to comic books and raising awareness for mental health, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified. Every time I drop new content, you won't regret it. And now, without further ado, let's get started on this week's comics. Alright, so real quick, before I get started on this week's upcoming comics, I just want to go over two things. The first thing is together we raised $442 to NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. That is incredible to me. Thank you guys so much for the donations. But you know what that means. We hit the $400 mark, so my next haul video, most likely this upcoming Tuesday, stick around to the end of that video. I'm going to be announcing the winner to the Spawn 225 issues. It's the Obama and the Mitt Romney Variants, so make sure you stay up to date for that. But the other thing I want to go over is I know a lot of shops are still closed to the coronavirus, or maybe you're still on lockdown, but if you are looking for a weekly pull list that you want to get online, hit up blackcapecomics.com. It's a great group of guys, an awesome website. They have incredible exclusives, and they do a weekly pull list as well. It's a very easy website to navigate, and if you do pre-order through them, you get 15% off, so make sure you check them out. Now let's get on to this upcoming list. So I hope you guys had a great new comic book day last week. I know I did. I really enjoyed all the issues I picked up, so I'm hoping this week keeps up with that. I'm going to be going over some of the smaller publishers first. So first up today is from AWA Upshot. They only have two different issues coming out, and the first one is Erratic number 2. This only has a cover A, and I actually really love this first issue. A lot of people said you should read The Resistance first, which I didn't do. I didn't get an opportunity to read that, but I still really enjoyed this issue, so give it an opportunity if you can. After that, the only other issue coming out is a brand new series. It's called Man's World. It has a cover A and a cover B. Most likely, I won't be able to pick this one up. The shops around me don't really have AWA and a lot of these other publishers, unless if you pre-order them. And I added all of the new AWA Upshot series a little too late to the pull list, so I think I'm going to miss out on this one. But after AWA, we have Aftershock. They also are only coming out with two different series this week. We have Lonely Receiver, number 5. This only has a cover A. I didn't really like the first issue that I read from it. I think I read the second one as well, and I gave up on the series. It just wasn't for me. But after that, the only other one we have is Red Atlantis, number 3. This also only has a cover A. And I didn't get an opportunity to read this one, but a lot of people have told me it's very good. But moving on from Aftershock, we have American Mythology Productions. They're coming out with American Mythology Monsters, number 1. It's a brand new series, and it has a cover A and a cover B. And moving on from American Mythology Productions, we have Wake Entertainment. They're only coming out with one issue this week, and it's called Essentia, number 1. It's a brand new series, and it has a cover A and a cover B. I won't be picking up either of those issues. I don't think I'm going to have an opportunity to grab them, like I was just saying about my comic shop near me, so I'm going to be skipping out. But moving on from there, we have Vault Comics. The first issue from them, we have Autumnal number 4, has a cover A and a cover B. I didn't read this one, but a lot of people have told me it's very good. They said it's kind of more on the horror side, so if you are into the horror stuff, I know it's 4 issues deep, so it might be a little bit harder to come by the first few issues. But like I said, if you like horror, this one's probably going to be up your alley. After Autumnal, we have Bleed Them Dry, number 6. This has a cover A and a cover B. And following that, we have Devil's Red Bride, number 4. This one also has a cover A and a cover B. I haven't read either of those series, so I won't be picking up either of them. But the final issue from Vault Comics this week, we have Heavy, number 4. This also has a cover A and a cover B. But moving on from Vault Comics, we have Archie Comic Publications, and they're coming out with one issue this week. It's Betty and Veronica Friends, number 1. This only has a cover A. After Archie Comic Publications, we have Titan Comics. They have 2 issues coming out this week. Blade Runner 2029, number 2. This has a cover A, B, C, and D. A lot of people have told me this one's actually really good, but like some of these other series, I just haven't had an opportunity to grab them. But the only other issue Titan Comics is coming out this week is Doctor Who Comics, number 3. This has a cover A, B, and C. But moving on from Titan Comics, we have Valiant Entertainment. They're coming out with Bloodshot number 10. This has a cover A and a cover B. But that's the only issue coming out from Valiant Entertainment this week, so we're going to be moving on to Heavy Metal Magazine. They've got 2 issues coming out this week. Brooklyn Gladiator number 3 of 5. This only has a cover A, and the only other one is Iron Maiden Legacy of the Beast Volume 2, number 5 out of 5. So this is the end of the series for this one. I actually did read most of Volume 1. I think I wasn't able to get the final issue, but I did really like that. And as you guys already know, I rock a lot of band tees. I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan. So this is something that would be up my alley. This is something I would definitely get more in a trade paperback form, though. But moving on from Heavy Metal Magazine, we have Ablaze. They only have 1 issue coming out this week. It's the Crimerian Frost Giant's Daughter, number 2. This has a cover A, B, C, and D. And after Ablaze, we have Scout Comics. It's going to be a smaller week for them as well. We have Concrete Jungle, number 4. Only has a cover A. And then after that, we have Soulstream, number 1. It's a brand new series. This one also only has a cover A. But moving on from Scout Comics, we have 1 issue this week coming out from Oni Press. It's Kaiju Max Season 5, number 6. This one only has a cover A. And after that, we have Mad Cave Studios. They're coming out with 2 issues this week. Knights of the Golden Sun, number 9. This only has a cover A. And Phantom Mime, number 3. This one also only has a cover A. But those are the only 2 issues coming out from Mad Cave Studios. So moving on to Ahoy Comics, we have Penultiman, number 4. This one only has a cover A, and that's the only issue coming out from Ahoy Comics this week. So moving on from there, we have Abstract Studios. They have 1 issue coming out this week, but it's a brand new one. Serial, number 1. This one only has a cover A. And moving on from there, we have Anarch Press. They're coming out with 1 issue as well. We have Pirates vs. Ninjas. But the cool thing about this one is it's not really a comic book, but it's an adult coloring book. So if you're interested in that, if you like drawing, you like coloring, this one's going to be for you. But that's the only thing Antarctic Press is coming out with. But moving on from there, we have Humanoids, Inc., Space Bastards, number 1. This is a brand new series. It has a cover A and a cover B. But that's the only issue coming out from Humanoids, Inc. this week. Next up from AC Comics, we have Super Babes starring FemForce, number 5. This one only has a cover A. And then after that, we have A Wave Blue World, Inc. They're coming out with 1 issue this week. And it's the 27 Run Crush, number 1. This is a brand new series. And this one also only has a cover A. But out of all of those issues I just talked about, the only one I'm going to be picking up is from AWA Upshot, Erratic, number 2. And possibly, if I can get a hold of it, Man's World, number 1. Most likely just cover A, because I don't even think I'm going to be able to pick that series up. But let's move on to Image Comics. As you guys already know, I'm a huge Image guy. I look forward to their issues every single week, and they have been crushing it. So first up today from Image Comics, we have A Man Among Ye, number 4. This one only has a cover A. I'm not really interested in this series. I don't really know a lot of people that are reading it, so it hasn't really been on my radar. But moving on from there, we have Big Girls, number 6. This has a cover A and a cover B. I read, I think, the first 2 or 3 issues. I did not like it at all, so I dropped it off my pull list. But moving on after that, we have Commanders in Crisis, number 4 of 12. This has a cover A, B, and C. And for you guys reading it, I know it does say it's a 4 out of 12 series, but this is the end of the arc. I think that's a little weird to me. For a 12-issue series, I feel like they would keep it on the same page the entire time, but who knows? I did drop this off my poll list. I did not like that first issue at all. I thought the artwork was very well done, but to me, the story, I just was not interested in it. But after Commanders in Crisis, we have a brand new series coming out from Image, and I know a lot of people have been looking forward to this. This is something I think if you don't get on day one, this is going to jump in price almost immediately. It's called Ha Ha. It has a cover A, B, and C, and this is one of those series that you definitely need to hit up your local comic book shop because there are going to be a ton of exclusives for this one. But for the sake of my videos, I only cover the cover A with the variants that all comic book shops get. So for this series, if you are interested in Ice Cream Man, it's written by the same person. It's going to be done the same exact way where every issue is going to be different. Each issue is kind of like a one-shot. So like I said, if you're interested in horror, Ice Cream Man, this is going to be for you. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm most likely going to be getting cover A, but if I can get a cover A and B, I think I'm going to get both. But moving on after that, we have Homesick Pilots, number 2. This one has a cover A and a cover B. I read the first issue. I thought it was a little off. I wasn't exactly sure how I felt about it, but I'm definitely going to be picking up this one as well. But after that, we have Kick-Ass vs. Hit Girl, number 3 of 5. This one has a cover A and cover B. While I do like Kick-Ass and Hit Girl, I'm not going to be picking this one up. I'm not really reading it. But the final issue coming out this week from Image Comics, we have Savage Dragon, number 256. This one only has a cover A. But I have all those issues coming out from Image this week. The only one I'm going to be picking up is Haha. I'm really looking forward to it. I know I just got done hyping it up, but I'm most likely going to be getting cover A and cover B if I can. But let's move on to Boom Studios. So honestly, I'm really looking forward to Image Comics this week. I'm hoping Boom Studios is the same way. But first up from Boom, we have Mighty Morphin, number 3. This has a cover A, B, and C. I picked up the first issue for Mighty Morphin and the Power Rangers series, the 2 brand new ones. I really liked both of them, but I stopped buying the series because I wanted to get started on the year 1 hardcover first. I want to get caught up in all of the Power Rangers before I start reading the new stuff. So while I did really like it, it didn't exactly make a lot of sense to me because I'm not caught up in the series. But like I was saying, the artwork is great, still a great story. I just want to read the first stuff before I get into this. But after that, we have Origins, number 3 of 6. This one only has a cover A. I thought the first issue was alright. I took it off my pull list. I didn't read issue 2. There's barely any dialogue in that first issue, but the artwork was very nice. So I felt kind of a little lost. I felt that like they were doing way too much with the story while it was only in issue 1. It just wasn't for me, and I know a few other people felt the same way, and they dropped it off their pull list too. But after Origins, we have Red Mother, number 12. This one only has a cover A, and this is the end of the series for all you Red Mothers fans. Personally, I haven't read it, but I'm really happy it's over because now they're going to release hopefully a trade paperback for it or a small hardcover, and I'm definitely going to be picking that up. I've heard a lot of good things about this series. But then moving on from Red Mother, we have 7 Secrets, number 6. This one has a cover A, B, and C. I'm not going to be showing off cover C because I know a lot of people are loving this series, including myself, and the cover C is a spoiler variant. And looking at it, it's definitely a spoiler, so I don't want to ruin the same thing for you guys. But after that, the final issue from Boom Studios this week is We Only Find Them When They're Dead, number 4. This one only has a cover A. I've read the whole series so far. I think it's alright. It was really hyped up in the beginning. I really liked those first few issues, but it kind of died off. I don't know. It's just not moving at a good pace for me. It's going way too slow for my likings. I'm going to pick this one up too, but if it's the same way for this issue and probably the next one, I think I'm going to end up dropping it. But out of all those issues, the only one I'm going to be picking up from Boom Studios is 7 Secrets, number 6. Most likely just cover A. So let's move on to Dark Horse Comics and IDW. Alright, so I'm going to be covering Dark Horse Comics and IDW together because they're both having extremely light weeks. So the only issue coming out from Dark Horse this week is Stranger Things Science Camp, number 4 of 4. This has a cover A, B, and C, and this is the end of the series. So let me know down low in the comment section if you've been reading any of the Stranger Things stuff, because I love the show on Netflix. I just never got around to reading the actual comic books, and I've heard they're actually pretty good. So let me know. But that's the only issue coming out from Dark Horse. So moving on to IDW, same thing. They're only coming out with one issue this week, and it's Sonic the Hedgehog, number 36. This has a cover A and a cover B. I won't be picking up either of those series, so let's move on to Dynamite. So Dynamite's also having a very light week. They're only coming out with 2 different issues, but other than that, they are coming out with a few different CGC graded books. It's mainly Vampirella and Red Sonja, so check with your LCS to see what you can get from them. But as far as the issues go, they're coming out with Green Hornet, number 5. This has a cover A, B, and C. And the only other issue they're coming out with is a brand new one. It's Red Sonja, the Superpowers, number 1. This has 6 different covers, so I'm going to cycle through just a few of them. But I'm not going to be getting either of these series, so let's move on to DC Comics. So just like last week, DC is going all in on the future state. Last week I picked up the new Batman and I picked up Swamp Thing. And I loved both of those issues. I thought they were so good. I wish I would have picked up Wonder Woman though. Everyone kept saying I missed out on that one. I don't know why I didn't want to splurge the extra $4, but maybe if it's there this week, I'll pick that one up. But this week is going to be the same thing. It's pretty much all the Future State issues. First up today, we have Future State Dark Detective, number 1. This one has 5 different covers, and this is definitely one I think I'm going to be picking up. I've been talking about in some of my videos too. I've been interested in getting into the detective comics. I just needed a good jumping on point, and I think that's going to be this. So I'm most likely going to be picking that up. But moving on from there, we have Future State Justice League, number 1. This one only has 3 different covers, and I've never really been too interested in the Justice League. So for all of these new Future State issues, a lot of you guys know I'm not huge into DC, and the stuff I do pick up from DC, it's mainly Batman. I'm kind of picky. If it's a black label, I'll probably do that. So basically for this, change my mind. Let me know down low in the comment section which one of these issues I should be picking up and pretty much why you want me to read that, because I don't really know a lot about these characters. Obviously, I know Batman, I know Superman, but You guys know a lot more than me, so just let me know. After Justice League, we have Teen Titans number 1. This is also part of the Future State. This one has 3 separate covers, and a lot of people have actually told me I should get into the Teen Titans as well. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and the cool thing about this one is this is a brand new first appearance. It's Red X. I'm pretty sure this is in the animated series. I think it's animated. I don't know if it's live action, but either way, that character is going to be in this issue, so it's most likely a good one to be picking up for you DC fans. But after that, we have Future State, Green Lantern number 1. This one only has 2 different covers, just the cover A and the cover B. I'm definitely not going to be picking this one up. I haven't read anything about Green Lantern, and I'm just personally not too interested in the character. I know the character's pretty badass, though, just not for me. But after that, we have Future State, Robin Eternal, number 1. This one also only has a cover A and a cover B. And this is another one I'm kind of on the fence with. Obviously, like Batman, I'm interested in the Detective Comics, so this might be one that I pick up as well. But moving on from there, we have Future State, Superman and Wonder Woman, number 1. This one has a cover A, B, and C. And I know a lot of people, like I was just saying, are hyping up Wonder Woman right now. Do you think this is one, if I pick up Wonder Woman, I should be picking this one up as well? Just let me know down low. And the final new Future State issue they're coming out with this week is Future State Zara Kor-El Superwoman number 1. This one only has a cover A and a cover B. Most likely not picking this one up. But those are all of the issues coming out that are part of the Future State. There still are 2 other issues coming out from DC this week. We have American Vampire 1976 number 4 coming out. This one has a cover A and a cover B. And the final issue from DC this week is Sweet Tooth The Return number 3. This one only has a cover A. I still only read the first issue of this new run, and I didn't want to pick up the rest of them. I really want to read the old stuff first. If you're a Sweet Tooth fan, same thing. Just let me know down low what you think about it. But those are all the issues coming out from DC this week. Like I said, it's a big, heavy week for the Future State. I'm pretty positive I'm going to be picking up the Dark Detective number 1, the Teen Titans number 1, and maybe the Robin Eternal number 1, but I'm not completely set on that last one. I want to pick up at least 3 this week and get some more DC knowledge up, so let me know what that third one should be. So let's move on to Marvel Comics. Alright, so first up today from Marvel Comics, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 57. This has a cover A and a cover B, and I'm not even going to get into this. You guys already know how I feel about this Amazing Spider-Man run. It's a mess. But I do really like this cover B. I think it's very nice. But moving on from there, we have Chris Claremont Anniversary issue. This is kind of like a cool one-shot. I'm actually going to read a little bit about this for you because I do think it sounds cool. I'm not going to pick it up. It's not particularly for me, but I know a lot of people do love what Chris Claremont's done over the years. So it says, Danny Moonstar is drafted for a mission across time and space for an incredible psychic showdown against the Shadow King, joining forces with characters created and defined by the pen of Chris Claremont. That does sound awesome, but like I said, just not for me. I'm not going to be spending my money on it, but I know a lot of people are interested in that one. But after that, we have Immortal Hulk number 42. This has a cover A, B, and C. I'm loving this series. You guys know I love Immortal Hulk right now. That cover B is incredible. I love that homage cover. I might even pick that up. Obviously, I'm picking up cover A because I love Alex Ross artwork and I have all the other cover A's for this series, but that one is pretty badass. But moving on from there, we have a new King in Black tie-in. It's King in Black Gwenom vs. Carnage number 1. This one actually looks pretty cool. It has a cover A and a cover B. Depending on what the rest of my week looks like, I might pick this one up. But I think as far as this goes, I tried to tell myself I'm not going to be picking up a lot of these tie-ins because I don't think, based on the Absolute Carnage run, I didn't think many of them were that good. And I think I want to focus some of these smaller issues and get the DC Future State ones instead. But after that, we have King in Black, Planet of Symbiotes, number 1. This has a cover A and a cover B. And this is definitely one I'm going to be picking up. I know I just got done saying I don't think I'm going to be getting some of these tie-ins, but I do think this one's going to be very cool. But after that, we also have another tie-in to it. It's King in Black Thunderbolts, number 1 of 3. This has a cover A and a cover B. I'm going to be skipping out on this one. But after King in Black Thunderbolts, we have Marauders, number 17. This has a cover A and a cover B. And in the description, it says that Storm and Callisto are having a rematch, so you don't want to miss out on that if you are reading this series. But moving on from there, we have Star Wars Darth Vader, number 9. This has a cover A and a cover B. And of all the Star Wars series that I've just been skipping out on, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. This is one I wish I was reading. I've heard great things about Darth Vader, and I am pretty interested in that character. I think Darth Vader's pretty badass, and I've just keep hearing more and more good things about this run. But after that, we have Sword, number 2. This has a cover A and a cover B. Same thing, just not really too interested in it. But then the final issue coming out from Marvel this week is The Union, number 2 of 5. This has a cover A, B, and C. But those are all of the issues coming out from Marvel this week. Kind of a lighter week for me. I'm going to be picking up Amazing Spider-Man number 57, hopefully cover B if I can get a hold of it. Immortal Hulk number 42. Definitely cover A, maybe cover B, we'll see. That's just such a nice homage cover. But then the only other issue I think I'm going to be getting from Marvel this week is King in Black, Planet of the Symbiotes, number 1. I really like both those covers, but most likely I'm just going to be getting cover A. So what do you guys think of this week's upcoming New Comic Book Day? I think there are a ton of awesome issues coming out, but the one that I'm particularly really looking forward to is Image's new series, Haha. I'm most likely getting cover A, but if I can, I'm going to get cover B as well. I'm really looking forward to this series. Everybody's hyping it up, and I think it's going to be just as big as Ice Cream Man. Those early issues, and even some of the later ones, are selling for a lot of money, and I think this one's going to be the same way. But let me know down low in the comments section which issues you're looking forward to most this week. So thank you for watching my video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And I've got 2 more videos sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.